Section 3.2 Common Form Controls. At the very top of the form, Messenger displays the form name and a description of the form. If you want to open a form from the Quick Query bar, you must type exactly the text which appears in the upper left-hand corner of the form. Many transaction forms will have an ORI field at the top of the form. This ORI field may be used to run a transaction on behalf of another agency. If you leave this field blank, then Messenger will use the ORI, which is associated with your workstation. This is called your default ORI. Messenger displays this information at the very top of your screen. Many transaction forms also allow you to enter up to 5 destinations. In these fields, you may be able to enter any one of the following: a 2-character state code, an NLETS region code, a terminal name or mnemonic, or a 9-character ORI code. Some forms allow you to enter any one of these 4 destinations, and other forms restrict what kind of destinations you may use. For example, it doesn't make sense to send a driver's license query to a different terminal in your state. Just below the destinations is the control field. The purpose of this field changes from state to state. Some states do not typically use this field. Some states use this field to store the operator's ID or an officer's badge number. For more information regarding how this field is used on your system, please contact your supervisor. Next on the form is something called a tab control. Tab controls are very common on inquiry forms in Messenger. You may also find tab controls on NCIC or hot file modify forms. Tab controls are used to implement mutually exclusive data fields. For example, on this system, you may submit a DQ by name, date of birth, and sex, or you may submit a DQ by driver's license number. You may not send a DQ by name and driver license number. Tab controls make this field relationship very clear because you cannot see both the name and driver license number fields on the screen at the same time. Tab controls also help minimize the size of transaction forms by hiding fields from view. You may switch back and forth between tabs by using the mouse to click on a tab. You may also switch between tabs by using the right and left arrow keys on your keyboard. At the very bottom of all Messenger forms, there are 3 buttons: Submit, Clear, and Close. The Submit button will validate the data you have entered and submit the message into the system. The Clear button will reset all the fields on the form to how they were when the form was first opened. The Close button will close the form and make it go away. In most cases, you may submit the form by pressing the Enter key. However, this will not work when you are in a multi-line text box, where pressing the Enter key moves you down a line. In these cases, you may always submit a form by holding down the Control key while pressing Enter.